walls, close quick. The blood in the air is so thick. Are you ready to die? Or are you ready to quit? Finish him. Finish him!
Judges Podcast. I'm here with Patty Broken Skull. Patty!
Yeah! Body Snow Machine, dude. We're here. That's exciting. First thing I got to bring up, Sam. You know, I've been hesitant to even say anything to you about this off mic, but it looks like the UFC might be bringing in a late notice here, and you and I have been speaking a little bit about this WWE, AEW type stuff, getting back into it myself specifically. And it looks like this girl named Kill Bill is going to be coming in short notice Mexico fight. You know anything about this character, Kill Bill?
No, I do not.
She's got pictures with John Cena and shit.
What?
She's got the outfit on. I don't know where she wrestled. It says UFC signs WWE tryout athlete Kill Bill for short notice Mexico fight. So that means she didn't really get into the WWE. She tried out, didn't work out because what a lame character. Be more creative. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know.
Yeah. Okay,
it's like,
so this lady is coming in on short notice. I didn't know her nickname was Kill Bill. I just seen it earlier, Regina Taryn or something.
Sure.
And I saw some pictures on X that were like of her. I don't want to say.
Yeah.
But flattering pictures. Let's just say that.
Absolutely. She's outside, guys. I'm curious about the skills. Like where does she come from? What's the background to attempt to not only get into the WWE, but then to take a UFC fight? Interesting. Does she got a record of any kind that you see?
Yeah, I think she's 7-0, I believe.
Okay, 7-0. That's not bad.
Yeah, she was apparently was going to be on a Contender Series, and some girl took, like, she was back up for some chick on the Contender Series, and
Right.
she didn't get in. But now
Okay.
that lady was supposed to be in this fight, and she's replacing her. So
It worked out in her favor a
yeah,
little bit.
worked out in
Anyways,
her
huh?
favor.
Let's just hope she wins, man. Could be interesting. Makes you wonder if this is the character that we needed in the female division.
I don't
Right?
think she's
The
going to be
girl
that
was
great.
super good on the mic because she was trying to be in the WWE, man. I wouldn't be mad if she came out dressed like this to fight. You know what I mean? Like fully dressed in Kill Bill colors and shit. Let's go. Lean into it more. We need that in the female division, period. You know what I mean? We need those characters. It's fun to get somebody like Kayla Harrison who's got a fun judo background and is a terrifying monster, but it's also fun to get the scrappy little ones that are like, yeah, fuck everybody. You know what I mean? We need them. Problem is when they are like that, they are very inconsistent, man. And, high hopes here.
Yeah,
Any other
we'll
news
see what we
you
get.
got?
I think she's going to get ate up, but we'll see.
I don't know. I don't know who she's fighting. Do we know yet?
That Ernesto. Well, we'll talk about it. It's on the card coming up, so we'll get into it. But their name's like Ernesto, Sura, something. Hold on. I'll pull it up real quick. Yeah, Ernesto, Carrasqueta, something like that. It's a lady. She was on a Contender Series also. 6-1, Lithuanian lady that the DC was like, oh my God, she's got hands. But I mean, she had a split decision on a Contender Series to act like it was the greatest fight in the world.
Yeah, they do that. They certainly do that. I just read something else here, and not to go too far off topic from the UFC, but it looks like Muhammad Usman, Kamaru's brother, 170 champ. He's out the UFC,
He's done.
but then he has a fight with Game Bread, a parent. Okay, so Jorge Masvidal's little organization picked him up, but then he's now being replaced even there.
What? I was gonna say that was
like-
kind of a smart pickup because he's
I
got
would
a
say.
name at least,
Exactly. I would say any of these guys that can get into any of these organizations, you might as well try, unless you're fucking 60. You know what I mean? What are you doing? Anthony Smith. That's insane. Should we even mention that?
gosh.
That's just a wild thing to have
do it.
occurred. Now let's recall quickly Anthony Smith's last two fights. Okay. The fight previously, before he finally hung him up from the UFC or whatever, his corner guy, his best friend, died. Okay. And he fought like a man who was trying to let somebody else kill him. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
he did.
death by cops. It's sort of what he was trying, suicide by cop. Yeah, whatever.
Mhm.
Not to laugh at that, but of course, it was a very bizarre showing. Okay. And his next fight, he basically says, "This is it." And we're like, "Good. Let's do that." Okay. And then I don't know what it was even. It was still sort of similar, sort of the same nonsense. And then here we are seeing news posted from these YouTube channels that cover MMA talking about Anthony Smith is taking a bare knuckle fight. And I send this to Sam, and his immediate thoughts are, "Who the fuck is Anthony Smith?" And I get that.
No,
Um, is this that Borgon guy? He's pretty.
no, that's no
No.
one wants to see this because he's fighting
Exactly.
Chase Sherman, like
And-
a guy that actually could box.
And he's
but
done well
can't-
with no
he got
gloves.
taken down every time he tried to fight.
Exactly. But here's I think where I got even deeper with this. It's like, why Anthony Smith is on the fucking panel of the UFC doing Paramount shows, is he not? He has a podcast with Michael Bisping that's not doing as well as ours, but it is out there, and he's taking a bare knuckle fight. After hanging it up, the UFC probably would have gave this fool another contract. Instead, he's going in there to say, "Punch me in the head a bunch, dude." Hey, Chase Sherman, who's a heavyweight, has always been a heavyweight, to my knowledge, at least in the UFC,
Yeah,
is fighting Anthony Smith, who was always a light heavyweight, and has no experience with no gloves. If there was ever a time where you wanted to take a fight where you were hoping the other guy would kill you, it's in a bare knuckle fight. You know what I mean? Like, somebody slide a kendo stick into they'll just call it a day, and Anthony Smith can get what he's looking for. What the fuck, man? How much money you get? 12 grand? Why? I don't understand this.
I
For-
don't understand it. I don't get it.
He's already doing the panel stuff. He's getting a paycheck, man. At least as far as I know, what happened to that? I don't know. Don't fucking come to me and try to say you love the sport this much. You know what I mean? Don't tell me that, because this isn't your forte either. Right? Like, you're not a known boxer. Most of your fights are a lot of wrestling. You know what I mean? A lot of grappling. It's tough, man. Who knows, man? Because what's that one guy's name? Alan Belcher? He was a decent striker in the UFC, but when he turned into a BKFC guy, you're like, that's not the same guy. He's not wrestling anybody. He wants to try to punch your head off your body. That transformation's wild. Any other news, man? What do we got?
No, I'm just seeing Rousey's put out a training video. Actually, she looks pretty good. She looks like she's in great shape. She's striking the fuck out of the training partner she's with. And Gina Carano, the only thing I've seen of her is like a photo shoot where she's putting out pictures of her body out there. She better tighten the fuck up, because Rousey looks like she's ready to eat somebody alive right now.
Well, she did say it's going to be like more people are going to watch her fight than any fight in the UFC ever.
Well,
Type. So you
it's
got to
on
love that
Netflix.
confidence.
I don't know. They need it. I wish they had announced the undercard. Like, put some.
Yeah. Is there one? Is there one, or is it a bunch of us talking and a bunch of montages of them training?
Who knows? They haven't announced one yet, but I'm sure they'll have somebody.
Because what even is this? If there's an undercard, this has to be some sort of you know what I mean, like production outside of, what is it, Netflix?
Yeah, it's like what's Jake Paul's people putting this thing on? Yeah.
I hate it more.
Yeah.
Why do I hate
Yeah.
it so much more? You know what I mean? It's like seeing a bald guy and then he turns around and he's got a ponytail. You're like, you should die.
I'm sure you can dig up some people to stick on the undercard. Like, I mean, that was.
Yeah, Jake Paul.
But I mean, there's some people you could stick on this thing. Find Anderson Silva. Find some older people. You know what I'm saying? Have them rematch Chris Weidman for all fucking.
Yeah, get what's that guy's name? Felony Charles. What's his name?
Though Roxanne Modafferi, she's always on Twitter acting like she's broke as shit. Have her fight somebody. She's in desperate need of a paycheck. I see, like, my car broke down, this and that. Fucking damn, man.
That was like if your art teacher became an MMA fighter. You know what I mean? Just doesn't make sense. And she was all right. She was okay. But yeah, you're right. There's a lot of guys. I mean, Tony Ferguson's doing well on the smaller league.
He might as well have him on there.
Right.
Sammy Alva, throw him out there. I mean, it's some people to grab.
Cain Velasquez, just to say,
Cain, oh, people would definitely tune in to see Cain Velasquez.
I
That's
don't think Cain
perfect.
would take a fight on a Ronda card in
That's
2026.
perfect. Now, I mean, more news as Ronda has come out and was like, yeah, the UFC is just interested in putting together the most cost-effective fights that they can. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to argue with her with
Yeah,
the way
dude,
with the
I thought about
Paramount card
it.
is.
You know what? As you said it, I don't know if you looked at me, Sam, but as you said it, I kind of looked down and thought, I was like, no, wait, no, maybe that's not. Nah, hell yeah. Because even back to the Affliction days, it's like you fucking assholes wouldn't shell out the money for goddamn Fedor. How stupid are you? You know what I mean?
But I
Like
mean,
that's
even with this event coming up, Brandon Moreno versus Loner Kavanaugh. I mean, come on.
buddy. Check out who's in BKFC now, and he's fighting for the title, or he did just fight for the title. Andrei Arlovsky.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right? Like that just makes sense, bro. He even kind of fights like hit me in the face. You know, he kind of just goes like this at the guy. And it works so well for BKFC because there's about a 4 foot, you know what I mean, ring to stand in. But yeah, I didn't see the final, but him versus Ben Rothwell was just happening. And Ben beat him twice Arlovsky beat Ben twice in the UFC. I gotta watch it. I just kind of paused the card. It's on YouTube, guys. Check it out. It's very violent shit. You like the UFC and you like how we talk about it, go check out BKFC as well because the UFC has been. I mean, these last few cards have been fucking snoozers, bro.
Yeah. You want to get into this last card?
Absolutely.
All right. Juliana Miller, Carly Judice. Miller, she can't fucking strike. She cannot strike. She got walked down the whole fight. She tried 13 takedowns in the fight. She got 2 of them.
Dude, I
And
remember
think
one where they were up
she's-
against the cage, and the other girl just got up.
I mean, she's 5-4 now. I mean, what are we talking? She
Bro.
does not need to be here. I let you know the talent for the Ultimate Fighter that year was just terrible, terrible. Jordan Levitt, Yater Davali, Levitt. I mean, it was all him on the ground rounds 1 and 2, and then round 3, he got knocked down with the knee, but he ended up on top at the end of that. So he wins a decision. Phil Rowe, this Gene Paul, Rowe. Man, he pieced Rowe up. And then it's just another one. Round 3, he just kind of cruised along, and the motherfucker almost lost. It was a split decision. I was like, how in the fuck was this a split decision? He pieced up Phil Rowe round 1 and 2. I didn't get it, but
We did say that last week talking about Philip Rowe. We were like, this guy just takes beatings. He's good at just taking an ass whooping. And maybe to some judges, you're like, I kind of like that. I think he should win. You know what I mean? I don't know.
this I'm struggling with the names again, but
Oh, Rami Brahimaj,
Brahimaj
Soriano.
So rounds 1 and 2, they were just so back and forth. A lot of grappling. Round 3, Soriano just turned it up. Came out just a lot of head kicks, knees. Started landing some stuff. So he ends up winning decision there.
Yeah, I like this kid a lot. Soriano is just he's it's weird to figure out what he's good at because he seems to be just phenomenal everywhere. He's willing to be in all these awkward positions, put himself in so much danger, and still end up being the better athlete.
Then let me ask you, do you think Jocelyn Edwards is getting better?
That was nuts.
I mean, she did get
yeah.
beat up in the clinch a little bit in round 1. Round 2, she had a slam. She's slamming people now? What the fuck? I mean, probably fucked the girl's shoulder up when she slammed her.
He's so ugly.
And then a bunch of hammer fists chokes her out. Wow. I'm impressed.
All I can think is it new coaches? Is it new coaching? Because all it takes is to tell this athlete, this fighter, it's wide open. It's basically wide open. If you can go out here and finish 3 girls in a row in a way that we can speak about it and it's dominating, there's an argument to be said of you getting that top 3 fight. You know what I mean? That top 5 fight. Why not? Again, because it's wide open. If you have that right person that's going to get in your athlete's ear, you just have such a better opportunity for them to become great and not fall back on the fact that they have whatever record. whatever fights in a row. You know what I mean? That type of shit. Go in there and be the fighter that you know that you are. And it seems like Jocelyn, for her build, it's great. But I think her strength is surprising everybody. That right there was a dominating fight. The way that she just lifted her up, bro. That finish was incredible. I mean, it's like she knew exactly what she was doing because she held her arm in so she couldn't brace herself when she got slammed. That's so smart. Good shit, man.
Coria versus Girole. This Coria just had better striking. Just better striking. He landed more shots. He gets a decision. It's a damn shame you watch the fights all this time so far. I think that as far as decisions versus finishes, Jocelyn Edwards is the person you count on getting the goddamn decision to finish. Wild.
She got that bonus money too.
Ode Osborne. I mean, they're going to have to let this guy go, aren't they? I mean, he's 13-10 now. Anybody has any trouble in the feet with him, they can just take him down, no problem. Well, I mean, the guy did attempt to take him down 15 times. He did get him down 5, but he's he got knocked down a couple times round 1. Took Ode down when he needed to after that, and Ode didn't even land that many strikes in the fight, really. And another decision.
And that's the weird thing too. Like me and Sam have been doing this podcast for long enough to basically have seen the rise and fall of some of these guys, most of these guys, where you're like, there's so much potential here, especially in this weight class and what have you. And it's like that the inconsistencies would just ruin so many of the guys, so many of the girls too. You're like, but this guy Ode Osborne, you take that name, you take this UFC career, and you spin it into something else, man. Go to BKFC, become a champion. I mean, the guy that Joaquin Buckley put to sleep, with that spinning kick that he caught, is a champion, and people know who he is because he was, you know what I mean?
This next fight, a fucking stand-up war, all right? Njokuani, Liao. Liao come after this dude, hitting him as hard as he fucking could. Had him trapped against the cage, and Kawani's been knocked out quite a few times, so you would think his jaw would be questionable. But Liao was just headhunting him up against the cage, knocking the shit out of him, and then Njokuani come up with a big knee, a big kick. Like, damn, it was a hell of a fight. I mean, if you look at their total strikes, they're almost even. They're only 2 apart. But damn. Liao gets the decision win. At least they were trying to beat the shit out of each other, unlike most other fights on the card.
That's all we ask for.
All right, this next fight, just Zachary Reese, Michel Ferreira. I kind of wonder about your thoughts on this because I think I said on the last episode something like Ferreira looks like he's winded when he walks out to the cage. This guy, anytime there was a kick around his balls, a finger anywhere near his eyes, whoa, time. He's trying to do anything he can to get some time. Now, the fight was fairly even, really, but Ferreira throws power shots. And he hit him with some power shots, and Zachary Reese, he got dropped quite a few times. His face was a bloody fucking mess. I mean, his face was just a bloody mess. And one thing I didn't like, when the fight ended, as soon as the bell ended or whatever, the guys are happy as shit, like hugging the fuck out of each other. I'm like, dude, you don't have a finish. Don't be so fucking happy.
Yeah.
But it was a decision. Pereira won it. Here's the thing. It was a split decision. Now, the UFC announcers a lot of times talk about how the only thing that matters is damage. Now, if damage matters, then Zachary Reese wouldn't have won any rounds because his face was a bloody goddamn mess. But anyway, it went the way I felt like it should have went.
Well, here's what's funny about this fight is I still think Zachary Reese probably gets a better fight, his next fight, than Michelle does. I don't see them having any reason to push this guy. You know what I mean? I think he's sort of stale right now, and it's because of. And I think the hugging afterwards was like trying to say, "Hey, wasn't that crazy, guys? Didn't we put on a show?" Like, yeah, kind of. I mean, there's blood. Shout out to the Attitude Era.
All right, this next fight is fucking brutal because we could have witnessed a war, not a war, a murder. We could have witnessed a murder. Jacoby Smith, Joshua Harrell, Smith. He beat the brakes off this guy. I mean, he just destroyed him. He's so strong. He's got crazy punching power. even when he got taken down, he reversed it. He like spun around, did it like a backflip, ends up on top of the guy, and he hit him so many times in the face. It took the referee forever to fucking stop it.
Well,
And
hold on. He didn't just hit him in his face, Sam. There was a certain point where he was punching this man straight up on his like brain surgery scar.
yeah,
That
yeah,
giant. I mean, that can't be good. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure doctors are probably a little bit like, I don't think you should be fighting. You know what I mean? No matter what it was for, I think they talked about it, but again,
yeah, brain surgery. Yeah,
yeah. So getting smashed on that scar can't be good.
it was
There was like,
bad.
oh
It was
man,
bad. I
but
mean, it was. I mean, Jacoby Smith's a goddamn monster. You gotta
he's
watch.
scared.
They ought to stick him right up close to a title fight.
They have to, otherwise they're gonna do what they've done every fucking time there's a guy like this
They'll just
and make
disappear.
his consistency fuck up. He's gonna go and fight a wrestler guy who's just nonstop takedowns. And now he's tired. He can't. You know what I mean? He can't do.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I don't want them to
That
do.
or we won't see him for a year and a half, and we done
Yeah.
forgot all about
Yep.
what just happened.
God damn it. We're like, oh yeah, I remember Jacoby Smith. Didn't he punch 7 years from now? Like that guy's back finally. He looks older. He's Jacob Smith now. I don't know why he would be. Anyway, Sergey Spivak. I thought you were pretty happy about this. I don't know why. I just felt like you would celebrate about this because I think you were talking about this Ante. Like you want this guy gone.
Yeah,
Get him out of the
fuck this
UFC.
guy.
Sergey. I think Sergey ended his contract for sure.
Maybe another decision, but yeah, he way out. Struck this guy. He jabbed him to death. Really. He got a takedown at round 3, and just he jabbed him to death. I mean, this guy couldn't get in. He couldn't do anything.
Now, I have minimal knowledge of the next 3 fights.
Okay.
I saw basically the ending because again, you know what, the first 2 are pretty fast. And then I didn't care too much about the last fight, but go ahead.
This was Danny Gay against Costa. This Costa was just do so many kicks, and Danny Gay caught him right at the end of the fight, of the first round, right at the end of the first round, which happened to be the end of the fight too. Danny Gay like bent down like he was gonna maybe think about a takedown or some grappling. Dude was up against the cage. He spun around and hit him with a spinning back kick right to his face. I mean, right to the side of his face. Ige hit the ground. I know he's kind of protesting a stoppage, but I mean, he's one of those where he hits, his head's all back on the fucking floor. And
Right.
this Costa guy, we've said it, he always finds a way to fucking win, this dude. We're watching him grow and become better every fight.
But just it leaps and bounds almost, where you're like, that's a different guy. That's completely different. That's not the same. I wasn't even expecting it. You know what I mean? And Ige is tough as shit. But the thing that I feel like they're not talking about is his ability to, those feet come from nowhere. Like there's no setup. It's Donald Cerrone esque, if you will. You know what I mean? Where you're like, that's a hand. He
That was
punch me?
so accurate. I mean,
Is it an
so
elbow?
accurate.
There was no way that's a foot. How many guys am I fighting? You know what I mean? Which is, again, I think another skill set that we haven't even seen until that fight from Costa. You know what I mean? Like we've seen so much other great shit from him, and this was just more great shit where you're like, the next guy that fights him has to watch twice as much tape now and be that much more worried. Like, I don't even know how I'm going to stop him. What do I do? Take him down? Oh, great. I'm going to get choked out. If I put him against the fence and maybe clinch him, oh, great. I'm going to catch a fucking foot somehow. Like, from where? I like it, though. And Sam's right. We've watched this kid grow. And they've done a good job in the UFC building this kid up, making him a star, making him memorable, and fighting a guy like Ige who's, 50K Ige. This guy, all deserved. All deserved. Give him the push all day long. I don't care who he fights next. I think he's a problem for anybody at the top right now.
Jeff Neal, Yaris Medic, it was ridiculous. I mean, Medic.
Before Sam goes in, as I said, I didn't watch too much of this. I did see this quick finish. It was so fast.
It was quick.
But I want to talk about that Soriano kid because that's the Hawaiian kid that beat Euros Medic. He was on the same card. That was a wrestler guy he was fighting. He came out on top. It was not a finish, but think about the fact that he finished this guy that's insane. Now we need to see that again because something's not right about that storyline. That's finish the story, man. We got to see who is actually better because if he goes and Soriano finishes him again, Soriano needs to get a little of a push, man. What are we doing with Euros? Why are we pushing him? And he's, because obviously he's on more of a streak, but the striking of Euro seems to be even different since he fought Soriano, if I can say that. Because Soriano finished, what was it, 42 seconds? It was insane. So Euros is, I think I'm almost positive, Sam. I don't want to look into it. I don't want to be wrong, but let's just see real quick. Yeah.
Can probably tell you.
How far back? I don't even know what year it was.
It was 31 seconds.
Okay, so that again shows the aggressiveness of Euros and how willing Soriano is to stay in the pocket, because Jeff Neal apparently tried and it didn't work out. But again, I think Euros is just leaps and bounds of a better striker now than he was when he fought Soriano, which was fucking what? Last year?
Yeah, last year. Yep.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy because I feel like we've said Euros Medic multiple times. This guy's been in the UFC for a while, and I think he's a completely different guy now. And it's not maybe it was the Soriano loss that flipped him, but they didn't give Soriano a push like he beat somebody of value. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And now Euros, co-main event, starching Jeff Neal. What did we say about Jeff? Oh yeah, I said BKFC for Jeff. Go do it, dude. Go get it. Go get Mike Perry. Why not? That makes sense. You know what I mean? It's a good paycheck. I would imagine it has to be because there's so many more sponsorships that you're allowed to have there.
All right, then we had the main event. Sean Strickland, Anthony Hernandez, and he jabbed the living shit out of Anthony Hernandez. I mean, round one was pretty even, but Strickland had so many jabs, as he used to do, as we're used to seeing from him. That's kind of his thing. And round two was pretty much the same. Round three, he had a knee to the body that landed, and then he knew he had him hurt. And he to his credit, he finished him. It was a finish. And I tell you, as much shit we talked about Strickland, he looked in phenomenal shape for this fight. I mean, he looked like he'd trained hard. He was, when he came out to the cage, I was like, damn, he's in some really good shape. But he says some crazy shit on the microphone. And unlike that Josh Hokett guy, which I think is putting on a character, I think this guy's just fucking crazy. I think he's just fucking nuts. I think he's a nutcase.
Which I think that's what sells Strickland, and that's good that does. But he also has to go in and do this in more than this fight. You know what I mean? Because you got to make up for all the people that are shitting on you. Sam and I aren't the only ones that are going to sit here and talk shit. That's not what it's about. It's because we know everybody is, because you were going and beating up streamers and influencers and fucking ex-military dude and putting it on Instagram, getting all that Instagram money, like a girl selling CBD, to then going into the cage and standing in front of the guy and just taking a fucking beating. All the talking was for nothing then, Sean. That's what people got upset with. The talking works only if you can be successful as well. Now you can say stuff. You can go back to saying shit now. Because now I can't sit here and be mad at him for beating up streamers, because it's turned into the real thing. You have translated all that beating up those streamers and military dudes into beating Anthony Hernandez, who was on a tear, who was being pushed, right? Now what do we do with Sean? What's the argument? Do we get a Dreykus again? Because that's number 3, right? That's insane. What do you do? What do you do with him at this point? Okay, how about this? Sean Strickland, Brendan Allen.
Yeah.
Sense?
Yeah.
That's the thing that I can see right now at 85.
That would work.
Izzy? Izzy's been gone. Izzy and Sean could make an interesting argument for a title shot, I think, at 85. Because who else? Paulo Costa, fucking Robert Whittaker?
No.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what we got, bro. Marvin Vettori? Like, there's not a lot. And if Sean is on this, back to why people like Sean before he really started talking, right? That's the version of fighting that why people like Sean before he said anything, was he was in your face. Mm-hmm. He's all pressure all day. Hit me, bro. Hit me. Oh, come on, man. Next round, you got. You know what I mean? That's why you liked him.
Yeah, he's encouraging people to hit him.
He didn't have this. He wasn't even on the mic then. He was telling the other guy to whoop my ass type shit. I like it. Let's go. That's why he fell in love. But then he started doing that and just standing there and not winning still. Come on, man. Then we're like, this is getting a little bit masochistic at this point. Like, what are we doing here? So you got to win to also, and again, not everybody has to talk, but everybody has to be successful at what they're, you know what I'm saying? You don't need a guy. The best guys are the guys that mostly, like Jose Aldo, speak a lick of English, bro. Still one of the scariest fighters in history. One of the most historic too, right? Like, that's the guy you think of constantly. And you're like, fucking remember him saying a goddamn word in English this whole career. You're like still fucking awesome, you know? Fedor, terrible, you know what I mean? Khabib's English was god awful, but it was something menacing about it. You're like, is this a fucking villain from Die Hard? What's going on here? Hey, talk now. We talk now. Like, I think I lost my voice, sir. I will not be speaking. You
All right, now we're having a fight night, and it's in Mexico City. And the first fight's going to be Damian Penis versus Wes Schultz. Now, when I went to jury duty, and this will relate, when I went to jury duty a couple weeks ago, and the guy that headed us up put us all in a room, and he goes, we're going to chit-chat for a little bit while they get ready for us at the trial or whatever. And he goes, hey, such and such, Mr. Whatever his name, Rodrigo Pianis or whatever. The guy goes, no, man. My name is, it's like penis. Like, I mean, the guy just fucking said that right in front of, we're all laughing our ass off. So anyway, that's,
I mean, it was it spelled the same way too?
no.
Okay. I mean, but there's no way that this. I mean, how else would you even say this guy's name for real?
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Anyway, this is two guys making their UFC debut. Penis is only 23, 8-1, 7 KO, one. It's all finish wins. The only loss he has on his record, he was disqualified for throwing an illegal kick. He's never been to a third round. He's only been to a second round twice in his career. He just throws power shots, has heavy hands. Schultz, he's 8-2, 5 KO, 2 KO, 5 sub wins. He's 29. He's coming off the Contender Series. He was on there twice. The first time he came on there, he got knocked out by that Mansour Abdul Malik.
Yeah.
And then he had to come back, and he choked a guy out the second time, so he got a contract. You know, he's going to be desperate for a takedown in this fight because Penis going to be teeing off on him.
He's gonna all that penis is gonna be on his head, isn't he? Hey, let me ask you though. Do you know about the Contender Series? Does that start soon or the Ultimate Fighter?
I don't know when they start next.
I wonder if it's gonna be on Paramount then too.
Yeah, they have announced that all that will be on Paramount, so that's really good. You don't have to be like my mother-in-law's NASCAR, where she's got to have my wife hook her up with Prime, and then fucking the CW app or some stupid shit is insane, dude. Insane. Glad I don't watch that stuff.
They didn't even do that when like you had regular cable. It was like you just go to like the NASCAR channel, man. Here it is. Races, man. Now they're like, no, you gotta go to fucking. You have to have the app. You have to have fucking have an antenna outside.
Got to go all over the place.
It's crazy.
All right, Eric Silva versus Francis Marshall. All right, Silva, he's 38. Marshall's only 26 years old.
It feels like he's been around forever, and he's dropped so far down the fight card.
Well, yeah, you know, he was on a Contender Series, and I remember at the time because he dominated a guy on a Contender Series, and Dana White was like, hey, the guy, I really hesitate to sign you because your opponent's really not that good. And I mean, he basically said that. And I'm thinking, damn, that's kind of fucked up. Why? Ain't his fault you booked him against somebody who's shitty, but
he also did what you would expect him to do against shit guy.
Yeah. But he's been in, Dana White had something. This guy's been in UFC. He's 0-2 and he's looked fucking terrible. So, and he hasn't fought in the last 2 years. So now he's back after 2 years.
Interesting.
And, you know, Marshall, he's 12 years younger. He's lost 3 of his last 4 fights, and they're all split decisions. I mean, he faced Moran Santos in his last fight. Santos a big betting favorite, a -500, split decision win. So I thought Marshall was going to get killed. He didn't get killed, but whoever loses this fight's going to have to be gone.
I'd say so.
All right, so now this is the Ernesta Carrasqueta versus Regina Turan. All right, so this was someone else was supposed to be in this fight. It was supposed to be Sofia Montegero or something. But anyway, so Turan's in here. She's from Mexico. I didn't know till earlier when you told me her nickname was Kill Bill. I didn't know anything about that. She's 21, 4 KO, 2 sub wins. And
well, that was the character she was trying to be in WWE. I don't know if that's. I don't know if she's gonna come out to. It would be cool.
Yeah, who knows?
Anyways, good. Sorry.
Well, no, you're good. She's everybody she's fought, it's just even records. just even records. So we she's untested as hell,
Right.
and the girl she's fighting, the Lithuanian, she's 6'1" and one draw, I believe, but she was on the Contender Series. She won the fight by split decision. She's 1-1 in the UFC, and this fight will probably let's face it, it's going to a decision. So you know what? If the Kill Bill lady wins, I'll be just fine with that because it's something different, and
Right.
we've seen this Ernesto lady before. There's nothing special about her.
I mean, she does kind of look like, what, the mom from the Addams Family? I can't think of her name. I mean, I'm just saying she would be scary to fight. She's Lithuanian. She's got arching eyebrows, slick hair. It's scary, man. Anyways, just these are my observations, guys. This is what I bring to the table.
Douglas Silva, Deandrade, I should say, versus Javier Reyes. All right, so Andrade, he's 40 years old. He's 29-6, 20 knockout wins. He's been in the UFC since 2014, but he's 7-6 in the UFC. I mean, he's just been average. He's lost 2 of his last 3, and basically though he gets up, he wins some fights, he gets to a big name, and he loses.
Right.
I mean, he gets to the top of the division, and then he loses to the big names. So he's made a career out of it. Reyes, he's 32. He's 22-5, 10 KO, 8 sub wins. He's going to have a 4-inch height, 4.5 reach advantage. He's coming off the first round knockout win on the Contender Series against Justice Torres. This will be his UFC debut. I mean, this is a tough fight for someone's UFC debut. You got Douglas Silva, DeAndre. He's playing gatekeeper here for a rookie coming in, which is wild. Even though the guy's 22-5.
Yeah, it's a lot of fights still, but a rookie nonetheless to the UFC. This is going to be an interesting matchup. I mean, it could go terribly or he could shine. You know what I mean? Which is exciting.
All right. I know we're tired of seeing this one guy, but Christian Quinones versus Chris Motina. All right. This Chris Motina guy, I mean, this guy, what is he known for? He's known for getting beat up. I mean, look how tough he is. It took him to 3 rounds before he got knocked out against O'Malley. I mean, Christian Quinones, he's 18-5. He's 1-2 in the UFC. He's lost his last 2 fights. His last fight, it was a submission loss against Ronnie Barcelos. That was 2 years ago. Both of his UFC losses were by rear naked choke. And this is one of those guys we see every 1 to 2 years or so. And if this guy can't beat up this Chris Matina, then what are we even doing here?
Yeah. What are we even doing here? I can't believe this Chris guy is 33. I mean, not that he looks young or anything, but he kind of does. I mean, he came in with green hair in his first fight against O'Malley. But as a guy who gets made fun of for his ears, or at least people talk about my ears and say things about them because they look strange, this guy's ears, holy good God. I mean, like a Keebler elf or something. I don't know. That's wild. But anyways, I think the beatdown thing is okay. Him willing to take those beatings and he's just got to be able to flip it around and somehow turn it into, oh, now this guy's tired of beating my ass for 2 rounds. I can turn it on and take advantage. You know what I mean? Because we can mock it as much as we want here now in this earliness in his career because of his first fight was fucking Sean O'Malley. Let's give him, a little bit of credit here. He came in short notice fighting a guy who's fucking championship material, and we knew that from the get. Okay, and he survived is what he did. Sean played with this man as a cat playing with a fucking mouse, dude.
But now he's had 3 fights and has been knocked out in all 3 of them in the UFC.
You gotta do something, man. Otherwise, that's all you're gonna be known for. What an insane story to tell. I mean, write a book after this for sure. People are gonna read that story, the Chris Martino story. What the fuck happened? So, you know what I mean? Like, that's a title for sure. Like, how did that happen? You go from fighting Sean O'Malley first fight to just taking beatings. Guys like Darren Elkins can take a beating and pull off a victory. It exists. You can do it. So somehow pull it off, man. I'm not the one that's gonna throw any shade against a guy who've had to fight a fucking guy like Sean O'Malley his first fight for no reason, really. You know what I mean? All the guys that could have signed that contract, dude, and just didn't. Got to give the man a little bit of credit. But those ears, man, boy. What channels you get? Anyways.
All right. Aline Perez,
Oh,
Macy Chiasson. Now, if this was 2 years ago, I'd be like, Chiason's going to destroy her.
sure.
But is this fight even going to happen? Because Chiasson, she missed weight in her last fight. And she's looked terrible in her last two fights. And I think she's just had so much trouble with her weight. Perez has already came out and said, look, if she misses weight, I'm not fighting her. So, and Perez, she looked terrible in her UFC debut against Stephanie Egger. But ever since then, she's won 5 fights in a row. She's gonna try to take you down. It's all she can. She sets on you. So
Sure.
who knows? It depends on if Macy, if she's in shape, she can easily win. But the problem is she hasn't been in shape in a long time, and she'll probably lose if they even fight.
Yeah. Do you want to take it serious or not? Do you want to be a fighter?
Ryan Gandra versus Jose Daniel Medina. Gandra is 8-1, 5 KO wins. This will be his UFC debut. He had a first round knockout over Trent Miller on the Contender Series. He had a lot of power shots, front kicks. Medina 11-6, 8 knockout wins. I don't understand how this guy's still in the UFC. He lost a decision on the Contender Series. They sign him anyway. He's now 0-3 in the UFC.
Right.
So now he's lost 4 in a row. He was finished in his last 2 fights, and I mean, he probably gets knocked out here and cut.
So what do you think about like tag team fighting? What about new guys come in and they have to team up with another guy?
Team him up with like a vet to start him out with.
Do tornado tags. You guys don't have any friends, okay? The fucking last man standing gets the fucking contract to stay in the UFC. I swear, if that's, dude, that's what the Contender Series has sort of replaced. But I miss the days of fighting to get on the house because those guys also seemed like they were so much more desperate. They were like, I can't afford a hotel room. I can't.
Yeah, and then
You
now
know?
like, yeah, I had to take off from my
Right.
cleaning
I got
business
about
to
a
get
half
here.
hour. Fucking, I was pulling this guy's tooth out actually on the street for $40. I'm in here now.
I'm studying for my
Got it.
college exam, but I got a exemption. Yeah. Anyway, Santiago
Yeah.
Luna, Angel Pacheco. Luna is only 21 years old. He's 7-0. All finished wins, 3 KO, 4 subs. I said before his last fight, I say he was untested. Is he had only fought guys with losing records. But then he stepped in as a late replacement in the UFC debut, made his debut, and knocked out Quang Lee in the first round. So Pacheco is 34, 7-3, 5 KO, 2 sub wins. He lost by decision on the Contender Series against Danny Silva back 2023. Signed anyway, made his UFC debut against Colin Lafren, where he lost by decision. That was his last fight, and that was almost 2 years ago. And Lafren, I can't stand that guy. I think he sucks. But, yeah, I think Luna's going to knock him out. So,
I like it.
all right, this next fight, Eminal Rodriguez versus Kevin Borjas.
All right, hold on. What knowledge? Tell me who this guy is. This Rodriguez guy. I recognize his face. His name is sort of familiar. From the Contender Series, I know this. But there was something about him, right? There was something.
The only thing, he had a knockout win on the Contender Series in the first round.
Okay.
He's only 26. I just think they made him. He looked very sharp in that Contender Series fight.
That's all he's had, though, so far,
That's
yeah?
all he's had. This is his UFC debut.
Okay.
And I think this is designed to fucking set him up and push him.
Okay.
Because Borjas, he's 10-4, and he hasn't looked good at all in the UFC. He's 1-3 in the UFC, and his one win was just a decision over Ronald Rodriguez. I think he gets beat up. I think this is just a showcase Rodriguez. Then
like
you'll remember him after this.
Oh, you know what? My thing was I was kind of confusing him with that guy the diabetes guy. Do you remember him from the Contender Series? He came in and was kind of just like, okay. He had diabetes, was in fine shape, all this stuff, but he was like, yeah, I had diabetes, type 1 or whatever, and then he was a fighter, and then it didn't matter at all because he didn't win. That's who I thought he kind of looked like him, but I forget that guy's name. So this is definitely a different guy. But I like that so much better.
Edgar Shirez versus Felipe Bunez. These are two guys who are a lot alike. They both have similar styles. They're two sub guys who struggle against other grapplers, and both already have losses against Joshua Van. So,
Nice.
Charez is 12-6, 4 KO, 8 sub wins. He's 2-2 in the UFC. He's coming off a sub win over CJ Vergara in his last fight. Bunez, he's 14-8. That's a pretty shitty record, but 2 KO, 9 sub wins, 1-2 in the UFC. He lost a decision against Rafael Estevam in his last fight. These guys shouldn't even be in the UFC. I don't know why they're so high up on the card. It should be one of the opening fights.
Yeah.
Daniel Zellhuber versus King Green.
Hey, that guy's name, the diabetes guy, was Jordan Williams.
Oh, okay, all right.
He was, yeah, he's 19, right? No, he was. I don't know. He was diagnosed at 19 with this stuff. Anyways, Joe Kuhneman wants to get in the UFC. He's got diabetes too. It's a way to market yourself. You know? Like, yeah, fucking, I can't.
Now you can get sponsored by like, if you got type 2, you can probably get sponsored by like Ozempic or something.
Right. It's like, somebody's going to get money. Anyways, go ahead.
Zellhuber, he's only 26, so he's fighting a guy 39, but he's 15-3, and he seemed to have a bright future. He was doing well, but now he's lost his last 2 fights. And the worst part, his last fight, he lost by decision against Michael Johnson. 24-19 Michael Johnson. So Green,
yeah, it's just another variation of a Michael Johnson.
He's lost 2 with power. He's lost 2 of his last 3. He was finished in all. He's finished in those fights. 32-17. I mean, this guy's been knocked out 6 times. I mean, Zellhuber has to win. This would be a disaster.
Would be a disaster.
Losing against Green. It would be, especially after that Johnson loss.
No shit, man.
Because I'll come in on the next episode if he fights again, and I'll add up those records. I'll be like, this guy's lost against people that are like 50 and 40. And
yeah, no
like,
shit.
God damn.
Insane records. Yeah, the guys have had so many fights, dude. They've seen hundreds of you. It's insane. But the thing is like, what faith does the UFC have in him to give him Green after Johnson? It almost feels like, dude. You fucking better, dude. The disaster word is the only way to express it. That's the only thing that makes sense. It's like, if this doesn't go his way, and like emphatically, where it's like it wasn't some goofy decision you barely won, buddy, start over. You're going back down.
I don't know what they're doing with Green anyway. Like, okay, we got a fight in Mexico, and we want the Mexican guy to win. I guess Green hasn't won in a long time. Maybe he'll lose to the guy. I don't know.
You're like, it feels so scary. Why?
He's been in some strange fights lately. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with the guy.
They're trying some stuff, man. I think.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna look at who he fought last. Roofy. Oh, he was gonna get killed there. So, he fought Lance Gibson Jr. last. Lance Gibson Jr. I don't even know who that is.
It sounds like one of the NASCAR guys you were talking about earlier.
God, let's just look how far he's gone. He was Tony Ferguson, Grant Dawson, then Jalen Turner, Jim Miller, Pimblett, Roofy, and then how do you go from Roofy to Lance Gibson Jr.? I'll never know. And now he's fighting Zellhuber. Okay, so next fight, Marlon Vera versus David Martinez. Vera, man, he's been around a long time. He's 23-11, 8 KO, 10 sub wins. This guy's got 11 losses, and all of them were decisions. How in the hell does this guy have so many fights and no one's ever finished them? It's hard to believe. He's only 33 years old. He has lost his last 3. He starts slow, and sometimes he just kind of puts himself in the hole. Martinez, he's 13-1. He's only 27, and he's 10 KO wins. He's won his last 9 fights. He faced Rob Font in his last fight where he won by decision. This is going to be. Will he be the first man to finish Vera?
I don't know, man. I think might be a turnaround for Vera here, because he's only 33, and I can't help but to think about the career he's had, the guys he's fought, and the way that he's done in these fights, and he's always been there. I would, the way I look back and I think about what he's done, it's like he's always in those fights. He's there. He's not running. He's not trying to get away. He's a slow starter.
Yeah, if he would start off a little better in those fights, a lot of those fights would be wins.
I would imagine, yeah. Get off first, get in his face, pressure, pressure. And Vera's good at that because he's got so many weapons and he utilizes all of it. My confusion here is it's like, why is this the co-main event? Is it because it's in Mexico and like David Martinez is like a star there, or do they think Chito Marlon Vera is Mexican? They're like Chico, Cheeto, what's his name? They're like, fucking no, he's from Ecuador. I mean, they're like, well, he's close. He speaks kind of funny. I don't know. David Martinez a star, maybe. Maybe he came up in the scene over there. I don't know. But I had to look into it because I was like, I'm pretty sure Vera's not Mexican, dude.
No,
and no, absolutely not. But I mean, I got Brandon Moreno being the guy. You know what I mean? But it's like the co-main event. Is this for David Martinez? Like, is this their high hopes on that guy? Here's what you do though. You get Cain Velasquez in the audience, right? The return of just show him Cain. He's sitting there with his wife or whatever.
Yeah, no one would be paying attention to any of this if that happened.
Wait, what?
Because they'd be paying attention to Cain Velasquez. No one would be paying attention to the Octagon, is what I'm saying.
Yes, that's true. He probably is. He has to be like the biggest guy, right? You think about like fighters from Mexico. I would imagine not just specifically from the Mexican fighters. I would imagine Cain Velasquez is their guy.
Yeah, for sure.
As far as UFC guys, who would be the new guy? Brandon Moreno, maybe.
Who's in the main event of this fight?
Absolutely.
Versus Loner Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
Who just coming off a loss against Charles Johnson.
Right. And also, don't forget Charles Johnson just lost. What's his name? Alex Perez.
Yeah, and not only a loss, he was knocked out too. I mean,
yeah, but also that guy just lost to like Brandon Moreno. So you know what I mean? Like it's this whole. I believe it's something like that. Nonetheless, this division is so wonky, bro. I mean,
it was supposed to be Asu Almabayev in here, and Kavanaugh stepped in. I just thought they could have found someone a little better. You would think to. And fights that they delay, with I don't know.
Well, here's what I think happened is they probably heard too many of us bitching about the fact that they don't want to see repeat fights, and that's why it was like this or somebody Brandon has already fought, right?
Now, I'll tell you, this guy is a hell of an opportunity because if he can do something spectacular here,
well, what do you think? You think it's plausible?
I think Moreno dominates this guy.
I'm thinking Brandon goes right back. I want to say Brendan so often. Brandon goes back to his like veteran roots. He's just gonna put this guy, bury him into the corner of the cage and not let him. He's gonna suffocate him, just punch him. Because he's also a great boxer, but his boxing is so good at setting up that takedown. And Kavanaugh is always such on the ball of his feet that takedown defense can't be great for very long. That's what we're gonna see. You know what I mean? Or we're gonna see a dude light the world on fire, and that could be very interesting as well. Brandon's had his time.
It could be. It's hard to picture. The guy just got knocked out the throne. And the other two UFC fights.
I 100% agree, dude.
He's 2-1 in the UFC. You can't even let's say you go to Wikipedia, you can't even click those guys' names. So.
Right. But again, beating a guy like Brandon Moreno in Mexico, risk it all is all you can do. That's the only way. You know what I mean?
He has to go for it for sure.
Yeah. He has to. He can't go in there and fucking try to do a 5-round fight. Otherwise, people are going to hate you anyways. Just from that alone, even if you win, to win they'd be like, you got to risk it, dude. This is a short, not even a short notice, but this is like a short notice opportunity for a possible championship opportunity in the future. And if he can pull it off, that's why I say fireworks. You light the world on fire. You beat Brandon Moreno in Mexico in devastating fashion. You push the man. There's no reason to wait.
Sure,
that's huge.
Sure. That erases that Charles Johnson. That's like the only thing that can erase that knockout.
Sure, but it also draws that storyline back up too for a contender series fight against Charles Johnson in the future if he could pull off another victory at some point. But that again talks about this division being because Pantoja was the champ, fucked himself up. what's his name? Joshua Van, now the champion. Does he wait for Pantoja to come back? Does he put the title on the line against the winner of this fight? I think he's waiting for Pantoja. Pantoja probably wins the belt back. You know what I'm saying? Then we go to 3, and then these guys just kind of sit in limbo, and there's still not another guy being pushed. I would hate that. But again, it is possible. It is possible to support things like the UFC by watching it on Paramount Plus, as you should, but you can support this show by visiting w.gg. Okay, that's DUBBY.gg. Use promo code JUDGES. Get 10% off, dude. Support the show. I don't know if anybody's done that. If you have, let us know on Twitter, Instagram. Don't leave it pod. Don't leave it to the judges. You can type it in. You'll find us. We are also on YouTube at Judges MMA, as well as my comedy critique, comedy commentary channel, Comedy Crawl Space. I said comedy a lot, but it isn't supposed to be funny. It's just me talking about comedy. Know that. Also, check out the Patreon, The Crawl Space. And I spit an idea to Sam today about, maybe watching old fights, maybe talking about WWE on Patreon if we ever decide to start one. You guys let us know that as well. If that sounds awesome, fucking sound off, man. Either way, that's it. Tectonic Cult for music. My shit. Cheers.
Fatality.